Good afternoon, Central Baptist Village. I'm Teresa. Welcome back to another Make It Monday. So glad you could join me today. We are going to be making silly little pop-up cards today. Silly pop-up cards that you could send to a child in your life, or perhaps just give to somebody who's young at heart. These are fun little cards. I'll show you what this one looks like. We'll open it up, and that's a little frog. It says, just hopping by to say hi. So this is the example we're going to work with today, but you can also make it however you want. This is just another face. So you can see the nose in the middle. That triangle becomes the nose. These are super simple cards. If you want to get kind of fancy with them, you can add a backing to them. I'll show you. So if you add like another color to the back, then you can see a little bit of the orange peeking out when you open the card. So you can get as simple or as fancy as you want with these. But we are going to I'm going to show you how to make the frog card today. So let's begin with that. What you're going to need is paper. If you have cardstock or if you have colored cardstock, great. If you don't have any colored paper in your room, you can simply use white paper. And if you want, you can always use markers or colored pencils to add color where you like. So first, we are going to just take a full sheet of paper. And I'm sorry, I've already cut this, so use your imagination here. This was a full sheet of paper moments ago. So fold that in half. Fold your paper in half. Give it a good crease. You're going to cut along the line. Cut it in half. I'm just going to reenact this moment of cutting it in half. I simply cut and cut it in half. And then I took one of the halves, and I folded that. So I'll reenact that as well. Folded it, creased it. Now it's a card. Okay. So now that you have your green card, or whatever color it is, it's green if you want to make a frog. Now what I'm going to have you do is draw. This looks like maybe a little house, like a very simple house. So half of a house. So draw half of a house on the, oh, this is incorrect. Let me try that again. Okay, better. On the folded side, draw half of a house. So that just consists of like a triangle for the roof and a rectangle for the body of the house. And as you can see, I drew this middle line to be a solid line, not dotted, and that is because I'm going to cut on that solid line. So I'm just cutting as far as the line goes. That's it. Just a simple cut. Then I'm going to do this on the table, but basically I'm going to just fold this triangle. So I'm going to fold it in one direction. Okay. I'm just showing you. I was just using the table because it's so much easier to fold on a flat surface. So I folded the triangle along the line in one direction. Now I'm going to fold in the opposite direction. Again, please use a table or a flat surface if you can. It's gives you a much easier, much crisper line and much easier to do. So I'm just going to recap what I've done so far. I've cut a piece of paper in half, and then I folded that half in half. I drew half of a house, a triangle and a rectangle, and a line separating the two. I cut on this line, leaving me this triangle. I folded the triangle one way. I'm going to fold the triangle the other way. Okay, and then I'm just going to simply put the triangle back down. When I open the card, I'll turn it this way so you can see. I'm going to poke at this triangle until it pops out. So here from the back, I'm just poking the triangle until it pops out. So you should have a triangle emerge there in the middle. And you should be able to fold the card just the way it was folded before. Again, I would get back on the table and really flatten everything out. Just flattening all those creases. So it should work that these folds are going to be the opposite of this fold. So this should be the only thing sticking out. All right. Now what we'll do is just add eyes, and I'm going to add a tongue because that just seems right for a frog. So if you have white paper, we're simply going to cut out 2 simple eyes, and I just have some scratch paper that I've already used for other things. So I'm going to fold my white paper in half. That just makes whatever I cut out, lets me double it. If you want to draw circles on here, you can. I'm just going to eyeball it. And no pun intended. I'm going to just kind of do this without drawing. Cut out these eyes. Eyeballing is the best way to call this, I think. Best way to describe this. And, oh, here's my son. You want to say hi?
What are you doing?
I'm making a frog card. You want to say hi to everybody at Central Baptist? No? Okay. So I'm just making like maybe dime-sized eyes. Maybe nickel-sized eyes. Let's not shortchange myself. Okay, so 2 eyes. All right, I am going to take a black pen, and I'm just going to make a little dot in the middle of each eye. Oh gosh, okay, again, use your tabletop surface here. Eyeball and eyeball. I'm giving these like really beady little eyes. That's just how I imagine my frog looking. So 2 little eyes. So I'm going to glue these onto the frog, and the way I'm going to glue them is just have them hang over the edge. Have them hang over the edge a little bit. You see that? So I'm going to apply glue just to the top half of the eyeball, so not the bottom half, but just the top half. Okay. All right, let me try to make this so you can see it. I'm just, oh gosh. Okay, there we go. Can you see that? So I'm just having that eyeball hang right over the edge of that triangle. Yeah. There's one eye. And again, I'm only going to put glue on the top half of this eyeball because it is hanging over the edge of this triangle. So we have 2 kind of like buggy eyes here hanging over. And then I just thought it was fun to make a tongue that hangs out because frogs like to use their tongues to eat flies or what have you. All right, I've just dropped my red paper, not to be found for a while. It's down there somewhere. Good opportunity to show you that if you have white paper, we can just use white paper. And I have a pink marker. So just improvising. I have a pink marker. I just making a pink tongue. I'm going to color it in. I'm going to color it in, and I'm also going to put like a black line down the center just for definition. That's what every frog needs, is a little definition. All right, so this is what I have. Very, very simple, elongated U-shaped frog tongue bisected by a black line. Very, very simple. I'm going to cut this out. Okay, and this is what you get. A tongue. So I'm going to glue this tongue to our frog here. Let me just trim that a little. Take my glue. And I'm just gonna kind of glue it a little cockeyed here. Ta-da! So that's our frog. All right, and then you can write whatever you want. What I had written on the first one was hopping by to say hi. So I'll do that again. But you can use whatever words you would like to use. Use whatever frog vernacular that you have handy. And there's our card. Hopping by to say hi. So one last thing, if you wanted to, this is optional, but originally we cut that big sheet of paper in half. So if you still have the other half, you can fold that half in half, and you can kind of make it like a jacket for this card. So here's the card with the frog inside. Here's the second half that we haven't used. You can simply take that second half and put it right behind the card. And you can glue that in if you like. Or if you want to get real fancy and you have another color, let's say red, you can fold that in half, cut it, and put that behind your card and glue that in. And you can kind of see the red behind it. So I'm going to do that just to show you. Put glue. When you're gluing, just make sure that you're gluing around all the edges, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So you just want to make sure that you have glue on this edge, on that edge, and on the middle here. Then you'll stick your outside cover on, like a jacket. Okay, and again, I'll glue this side. I'm going to make sure I put glue on the edge of the triangle. I guess I should think about getting fancy one day and, I don't know, having a camera angle that you can see what I'm doing on the table. So, that's what we have. So with it, this can say whatever you want on the outside, it can say whatever you want on the inside, but really the most mandatory part is that you have some sort of funny face on the inside of your card. And that's it. The next step is just to send this to whoever you want to send it to. And I hope you enjoyed making with me today. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.